Okay.
Newly released 911 tapes capturing those terrifying moments after a local school bus with 29 children on board catches fire.
Plus, you see the ads telling you the vintage toys, the comic books, the collectibles are worth thousands, but is it true? We'll hear from an expert on whether your old stuff is really worth selling.
I want adventure in the great white somewhere.
Hello?
I want it more than I can tell.
Come into the light.
Oh, it's a Disney animated classic for sure. It's returning to the big screen, but this time as a live action film. Good morning. Our top story on this Wednesday, the Alcoa school bus carrying dozens of children before it caught fire Monday. That bus is still under inspection.
Amazingly, every child, including the driver, able to get out safely and evacuate the bus before it did go up in flames. The driver says he first heard a pop, pulled over, realized the back of the bus was on fire. And you're about to hear from one of the children who called 911 as that bus was going up in flames.
911.
Hey, yes, our bus is on fire.
Okay.
Hello?
Yes. Where are you at?
What street are we on? What street are we on? I'm calling the cops.
Okay, I already got them on the way. They're on the way to you.
All right.
They're already on the way. Get out away from the bus.
Bob and I have talked about this. Those kids are so mature and articulate to be going through such a terrifying, frantic situation. It's really amazed us. This all happened on Upton Street and Duncan Station Road early Monday morning. Investigators still trying to determine what caused the fire.
When a criminal goes to jail, you always hear stories about how they don't always serve out their entire sentence. They often get a break because of good behavior and other things. Well, one woman's trying to change all that. Joan Berry, the mother of slain Jonna Berry, is going to Nashville next week to talk to lawmakers about a truth in sentencing law. Right now, some inmates might only serve a third of their sentence due to good behavior. Well, Joan would like to see at least 75% of that sentence served.
That's not justice for the victims. You know, especially murder victims, they don't get a chance to come back in 25 years or 30 years. If you were sitting on our side looking in, you would definitely look at it differently.
Well, you can sign a change.org petition if you're interested in keeping criminals behind bars for their full sentence. This is for violent crimes like murder and rape, and we've got all the information about this, including a link to that petition at local8now.com.
Well, as winter months approach, what happens at Dollywood when the park is closed for the season and we're not there? What happens to all that cinnamon bread? That's what I'm wondering about. Well, tourists are replaced, as you're seeing here, with trucks. The park is hard at work trying to get ready for those major improvement projects for the 2017 season. They're working on things like the restrooms, some of the restaurants and walkways and trees that need trimming. And the crews have to take down all those Christmas lights from the holiday season.
We take down the 4 million Christmas lights we have up, and like I said, we've got people 7 days a week take them down, and we're usually taking them down probably the second week in March is what it takes. And we've got a team of about 15 people taking down Christmas lights.
4 million lights, that's a lot. 2 new rides, by the way, going up at Dollywood, Drop Line and Whistle Punch Chaser. Dollywood will reopen to season pass holders March 17th and then open to the public on March 18th.
News developing this morning as Knoxville police are asking for your help after a man was robbed of his lottery winnings on New Year's Day. KPD says this man targeted the victim after he cashed in a ticket at the Thumbs Up Exxon on East Magnolia Avenue. Suspect did get away with about $200 in cash. If you can identify this person on your screen or you have any information about the case, you're asked to contact Knoxville police.
A lot of smokers, they turn to e-cigarettes to break the habit, but federal officials are now saying that vaping could actually keep you hooked. The new study from the Surgeon General's office does show electronic nicotine is addictive and dangerous. A tobacco expert from the Knox County Health Department talked with us on this, saying that e-cigarettes aren't as harmless as many might think.
You're using the same movements when you engage in using electronic products, and many times people who try to quit the traditional cigarettes with electronic products end up using both.
And state health officials did issue their first warning, hoping to encourage consumers to do their research before you buy or use.
The World Health Organization says smoking costs the global economy more than $1 trillion each year. Study also shows that smoking will kill 1/3 more people by 2030 than it does now. Most of the tobacco-related deaths will happen in low and middle-income countries.
The United States Small Business Administration says they're opening a recovery center in Sevier County. That's going to help the businesses impacted by the wildfires. The FBA offers low interest and long-term disaster loans for damage. If you or someone you know needs that help, the deadline to apply is February 14th. The center, by the way, is located on East Parkway in Gatlinburg, open from 8 to 4.
Governor Bill Haslam has proclaimed tomorrow as FAFSA Frenzy Day across the state. Governor says it will encourage high school seniors and college students to submit their applications for student aid. Governor says they're encouraging all students to have their FAFSA applications in by January the 17th. Last year, 60,000 high school seniors used Tennessee Promise. Last year, the state also saw a 10% increase in the freshman enrollment.
I'll never forget my parents saying, "What's a FAFSA?" And then we were like, we have a lot of work to do.
You do it soon if you can.
Definitely. All right, if you're thinking about putting your home on the market, some good news for you this morning. Knoxville's been named as one of the hottest housing markets for 2017. Zillow did put out the list this week showing cities expecting the most growth when it comes to your home values. Inside that top 10, Nashville's number 1, and you see us right there at 7, Knoxville. But we're on a list with some big cities, Seattle, Portland, also Orlando making the list. So a huge jump for Knoxville. Last year we were 61 on this list. So I wanted to find out what made us to the top this year. I called Zillow to get some answers, and a spokesperson did tell me it really was the combination of home values going up, also a lower unemployment rate and income growth. Overall, home values in this Knoxville area are expected to appreciate 4.4% this year.
Well, certainly what a difference just a few days makes. We've seen some wild temperature swings over these past few days.
Yeah, and as temperatures do rise, so could your heating bill. We don't like to talk about it, but it certainly has happened. Almost hit a record for power demand during the weekend. Saturday and Sunday ranking 4th in the utility's top 10 winter weekend power peaks.
Now, we did miss the all-time record by about 4%. Okay, we had temperatures, I don't know, what, down in the 10 and 12 degree range a day or two this past weekend?
I've deleted that from my memory.
Well, yeah.
Or at least now.
It never happened. It never happened.
Well, now we're knocking on the door some days, Danny, of close to 70 degrees, right?
We really are getting up there. It's almost like, whoa.